Ladies, let me break something to you in a way that's real clear. A man can act like he's tough, like he's got his game face on, like he's all about his hustle and his grind. But the moment he starts catching feelings, he turns into a whole different person. See, men aren't that good at hiding the truth when it comes to love. We think we're slick, but we're not. When a man secretly likes you, his attention will always drift your way. You don't even have to be doing anything spectacular. You could be just walking in the room, minding your business, and suddenly you got his focus. That's how it works. His attention finds you everywhere, even when he's trying to keep it cool. Now, here's the thing about men. Most of the time, we don't pay that much attention to detail. Ask a man what color shirt his friend was wobbly couldn't tell you. Ask him what his buddy's new haircut looks like. He'll say, "Man, I didn't notice." But let that same man secretly like a woman, and suddenly his observation skills go through the roof. He notices the way you changed your lipstick shade. He sees when you switch from curls to straight hair. He even picks up on things you didn't think anyone would care about, like the way you laughed a little harder today or how you wore a different fragrance. Why? Because when a man is drawn to you, you become the highlight of his surroundings. You are the detail he can't overlook. See, ladies, that's how you know it's real. A man who's not into you won't study you. He won't remember the small stuff. But if he's secretly feeling you, he'll hold on to everything. You'll say something offended, like your favorite candy is gummy bears, and next week he'll show up with a bag of gummy bears like it was nothing. That's not coincidence. That's intention. That's his way of showing, I see you, I hear you, and I care enough to lock it in. Men don't waste memory space on things that don't matter to them. If you're living rent-free in his head, trust me, it's because you matter more than he's willing to admit out loud. Another thing, watch how his attention follows you in a crowded room. He might not even be talking to you, but his eyes will find you. You could be across the room laughing with your friends, and you'll catch him glancing over. That's not by mistake. A man who secretly likes you can't help but track where you are. It's like a magnet. He doesn't want to be obvious, but his focus keeps betraying him. And when you catch him looking, he'll try to play it off, act like he was staring at something else, but deep down he knows he got caught. Because ladies, the truth is, when a man is interested, his eyes will always tell on him before his mouth does. Now let's talk about conversation. A man who secretly likes you pays attention to what you say. He's not just nodding along, he's listening for real. He remembers little things, like your sister's name, or the fact that you don't like coffee after 6 p.m., or that story you told about your childhood pet. He stores that away, and he'll bring it up later, sometimes weeks after you mentioned it. And when he does, you'll be shocked because you thought it was just small talk. But to him, it was a piece of you. And when a man likes you, every piece matters. It goes deeper, too. When he secretly likes you, his attention goes beyond just what you look like. Sure, he notices your smile, your walk, the way you carry yourself. But he's also tuned into how you feel. If you seem off, he'll notice. If you're quiet when you're usually bubbly, he'll ask what's wrong. If you look tired, he'll suggest you take a break. That's his heart speaking before his mouth catches up. He might try to downplay it. But the fact that he's watching close enough to pick up on your mood means he's already emotionally invested. Men don't do that with women they're not into. We're not wired that way. Here's another giveaway the way his attention lingers. If he compliments you, it's not generic. He doesn't just say, "You look nice." He'll say, "That color looks really good on you," or "That hairstyle brings out your eyes." That's not surface level attention. That's a man studying you. That's a man paying so much attention he can describe the way you shine. And ladies, let me be real with you. Men don't go around giving out detailed compliments for free. If he's pointing out specifics, it's because he sees you in a way that no one else does. And even when he tries to hide it, it'll slip out in his actions. He might remember your favorite song and play it when you're around. He might send you a random text that ties back to something you once mentioned. He might notice when you post something on social media and reference it in conversation. Those are all signs his attention is orbiting around you. And here's the key: attention is the first step to affection. You can't love somebody you're not paying attention to. So if his focus is glued to you, even when he's trying to act casual, you already know what's going on in his heart. Now let's be clear. Not every man who notices you is secretly in love with you. Some men just compliment for the sake of talking. But the difference is consistency. If a man is secretly liking you, his attention doesn't come and go. It's steady. He's always noticing, always remembering, always finding a reason to connect the dots back to you. And that consistency is what reveals the truth. A man can fake interest for a day, but he can't fake genuine focus for weeks or months. That's how you separate the real thing from the game. So ladies, if you're wondering whether a man secretly likes you, ask yourself this. Does his attention find me even when I'm not trying to get it? Does he remember the things I say? Does he notice the small details about me? Does his energy shift when I walk into the room? If the answer is yes, then you don't need him to spell it out. His actions already did. Because men, no matter how much we try to act smooth, can't hide where our heart is pointing. And if his attention keeps landing on you, it's because you already have a place in it. Ladies, let me tell you something straight up. Men are masters of excuses when we're not interested. A man will say he's busy, he's tired, he's got work, he's got family, he's got 100 things pulling him in every direction. And you know what? Most of the time it's true. Life keeps us busy. But here's the difference you need to understand. When a man secretly likes you, when you've sparked something in his heart, he will make time for you no matter what. That's the real test, because time is a man's most valuable currency, and he's not handing it out freely unless he sees value in you. See, men invest time where they see potential. If he's not feeling you, he'll come up with every excuse in the world to keep his distance. But if he is secretly into you, suddenly all those excuses disappear. He'll shift his schedule. He'll create moments out of thin air. He'll even sacrifice something he usually cares about just to carve out space for you. That's not by accident. That's intentional. That's his way of saying, without saying, you matter more to me than everything else I've got going on. Think about it this way. A man can be the busiest person alive, working long hours, hustling for his career, dealing with responsibilities. But the second he secretly likes you, he'll find time where there was none. He'll call you during his lunch break. He'll text you on his way home. He'll stop by for a quick visit just to see your face. That's how you know it's deeper than casual interest. Men don't rearrange their lives for just anybody. If he's fitting you into his day, especially when it doesn't look convenient, it means you're already a priority in his mind. And here's the thing about men. We don't always say how we feel right away. We think holding back makes us look strong, makes us look like we're in control. But our actions, they'll tell on us every single time. A man who keeps making excuses about why he can't see you, why he can't call, why he's always too busy, he's showing you where you stand. But a man who finds reasons to be around you, who shows up even when it's not easy, who checks in on you when he's supposed to be doing something else, that man is revealing his secret feelings without even realizing it. You ever notice how a man who likes you will suddenly become creative with his time? He'll come up with reasons to be in your space. Maybe he offers to help you with something small, like carrying groceries or fixing something around your place. Maybe he shows up at events he knows you'll be at. Maybe he volunteers to run errands with you, even if it's the most boring stuff in the world. That's not because he loves grocery shopping or waiting in line at the post office. That's because he loves being near you. And if you're wondering why he would go out of his way for something like that, it's simple. Men don't spend time where they don't want to be. If he's there, it's because you matter. And let's not forget about communication. Time isn't just about being physically present. It's about mental and emotional presence too. If a man secretly likes you, he'll make time to check in with you. He'll text you good morning, not because he's trying to be corny, but because you're on his mind when he wakes up. He'll call you at night even if he's tired, because he wants to hear your voice before he goes to sleep. That's not just habit, that's priority. That's him choosing to use his limited time to connect with you instead of doing something else. And ladies, men value their downtime. If he's spending that downtime on you, it means something. Now let's take this even further. A man who secretly likes you will protect the time he has with you. That means when he's with you, he's really with you. He's not distracted, not scrolling his phone, not making you feel like you're competing with everything else in his life. He's focused. He's tuned in. Because in his mind, those moments with you aren't just casual, they're precious. He wants to soak them up, remember them, and keep them going as long as he can. You'll also notice something important: when a man secretly likes you, he'll cancel other plans just to be with you. He might not admit it, but you'll see it in how he prioritizes you over things that used to matter. Maybe he skips a night out with his boys because you're free to hang out. Maybe he leaves work a little earlier than usual to catch dinner with you. Maybe he passes on something he enjoys just to make sure he doesn't miss the chance to spend time by your side. That's not a man being careless with his schedule. That's a man saying, "You're more important to me than all the other noise." Ladies, let me break it down plain. Excuses are the language of disinterest. Effort is the language of affection. If a man wants to see you, he will. If he wants to talk to you, he will. If he wants to make time for you, he will. You'll never have to beg for it, chase after it, or remind him. Because men don't put effort into things they don't value. So when you see him carving out space in his life for you, even when he's got a million other things going on, that's the sign you've been waiting for. Another way you can tell is how he reacts when you need something. If you call and say you're stuck, or you're having a rough day, or you just want some company, does he show up? A man who secretly likes you will. He won't hit you with, "I'm too busy." He won't leave you hanging. He'll make it happen because being there for you gives him joy. He might not admit how much he likes you, but his willingness to give his time away tells the whole story. And here's what's powerful about this: time is something you can't get back. Money comes and goes. Opportunities come and go. But once you spend a moment, it's gone forever. So when a man is giving you his time, what he's really giving you is a piece of his life he can't ever reclaim. That's how you know it's genuine. Because men don't waste their most valuable resource on someone they don't truly care about. If he's giving you his time, he's giving you his heart in disguise. So don't get caught up in the excuses. If a man is always too busy, always too tired, always too distracted, that's your answer right there. He's telling you without telling you that you're not his priority. But if he's making time, if he's shifting things around, if he's showing up when it counts, then believe what you see. That's his feelings shining through. Because men can hide a lot of things. They can hide words, they can hide emotions, they can even hide intentions, but they cannot hide where they choose to spend their time. Ladies, let me tell you something about men. We can talk tough, we can try to act cool, and we can convince ourselves that we've got everything under control, but the body doesn't lie. Words can be rehearsed, excuses can be made, and stories can be spun, but the body always gives the truth away. When a man secretly likes you, he might try to keep it quiet, he might try to play it safe, but his body language will always tell the real story. You don't need to be a mind reader to figure it out. All you need to do is watch him when he's around you. Here's the deal. Men aren't nearly as slick as we think we are. We can practice the perfect line. We can plan to act like we don't care. But the second we get in front of a woman we're secretly into, all that planning goes out the window. Suddenly our eyes are giving us away, our hands don't know where to go, and our posture changes without us even realizing it. That's because feelings can't be hidden inside the body. They leak out in how we move, how we stand, how we look at you, and how we carry ourselves when you're around the eyes. The eyes are the first giveaway. A man who secretly likes you can't stop looking at you. He'll try, but he can't. You'll catch him staring when you're not even talking. You might be laughing with your friends, and you'll feel his gaze on you. He'll hold eye contact just a little too long when you're speaking to him. And when you catch him, he'll look away quick, trying to act like he wasn't staring, but the truth is already out. Because men don't lock in on women they don't care about. If his eyes are following you across the room, that's his heart pulling him toward you without permission. Then there's the smile. A man who secretly likes you will smile differently around you. It's not the polite smile he gives to strangers. It's not the quick grin he uses when something's funny. It's softer, it lasts longer, and it's usually uncontrollable. You say something, even something small, and his face lights up in a way it doesn't with anyone else. That's not just friendliness. That's attraction. That's joy slipping out before he can stop it. Pay attention to his posture. Men naturally try to look bigger, stronger, and more confident when we're around a woman we like. It's instinct. He'll sit up straighter, puff out his chest a little, or stand taller. His body is subconsciously saying, "Notice me, I want to impress you." On the flip side, if he's nervous, his body might fidget instead. Maybe his leg bounces, or he keeps adjusting his shirt, or his hands move around like they don't know where to rest. All of that is nervous energy spilling out because you make him feel something he can't hide. Now let's talk about proximity. A man who secretly likes you will find ways to close the distance between you and him. He might lean in when you're talking, even if he can hear you just fine. He might position himself closer in a group setting, choosing to stand or sit where he has the best chance of being near you. He'll notice the space between you two, and if it's wide, he'll look for subtle ways to shrink it. That's not by accident. That's his attraction pulling him in like gravity. His hands will give him away too. When a man secretly likes you, he becomes more animated when he's talking to you. He'll use his hands more, gesture more, because he's trying to engage you with all of his energy. Or he might do the opposite. His hands might fumble. He might touch his face or rub the back of his neck. That's nervousness. That's his body reacting to the pressure of being around someone he's drawn to. And sometimes you'll catch him finding excuses to make small, harmless touches. Maybe he brushes something off your shoulder or gives you a playful high five or lightly touches your arm when he laughs. Those little touches is body reaching out without fully crossing the line. Watch his feet. You might not think about it, but feet are honest. If his body is turned toward you, if his feet are pointing your way, that means you have his full attention. If you're in a group and his feet are still directed at you, even when he's talking to someone else, that's a sign his focus is anchored on you. The body always aligns with where the heart wants to be. Another big sign is mirroring. A man who secretly likes you will often mimic your movements without realizing it. If you lean forward, he leans forward. If you cross your legs a few seconds later, he does too. That's subconscious. It's his body sensing up with yours like he's trying to be in rhythm with you. That's not coincidence. That's connection showing up in real time. And then there's the voice. A man might not be aware of it, but his tone changes around a woman he likes. He might lower his voice to sound more masculine. He might speak more softly when it's just you and him. Or he might stumble over his words because his nerves are getting the best of him. The way he talks, the speed he talks, even the volume he uses, all of it can shift when he's around someone he secretly wants. It's also in the way he reacts to you. If you touch his hand or his arm, notice how he responds. If he secretly likes you, even the smallest touch will light him up. He might stiffen for a second, then relax, because he doesn't want you to notice how much it affected him. Or he might blush, his ears turning red, because his body can't help but react to the closeness. Attraction is a powerful thing, and the body doesn't hide it well. And here's something important, even when he's trying to hide it, his protective instincts will show in his body language. He'll stand closer if he feels someone else is invading your space. He'll lean in when someone else is talking to you, just to remind you he's there. He'll angle his body like a shield if the environment feels unsafe. That's not just friendliness. That's him showing you with his body that he cares about your well-being. The beauty of body language is that it doesn't lie. A man can tell you he's just a friend. He can act like he's not interested, but his body will always leak the truth. You'll see it in his eyes, his smile, his posture, his touch, his movements. You'll see it in the way he can't help but lean closer, or the way he gets a little nervous, or the way his whole face softens when he looks at you. Those are not things men can fake consistently. That's the heart speaking through the body, and no matter how hard he tries, he can't cover it up. So when you're trying to figure out if a man secretly likes you, don't just listen to what he says. Watch him, notice how he reacts to you. Pay attention to where his eyes go, how his body positions itself, how his energy shifts when you walk into the room. The body always tells on the heart. And when a man is secretly holding feelings for you, his body language will expose him every single time. Ladies, let me tell you one thing about men that you need to understand deep down in your spirit. Men protect what they value. It's built into our DNA. We may not talk about all the time, and it's a natural instinct. When a man secretly likes you, even if he hasn't said a word, even if he's trying to play it cool, he will show it by stepping into protector mode without even realizing what he's doing. That's how you can tell his feelings are deeper than casual. His words might hold back, but his actions will always step forward to keep you safe, to make you feel cared for, to make sure you're okay. Think about it. Men are wired for responsibility when it comes to the people they care about. If he's not into you, he won't notice your safety. He won't care if you got home. He won't be concerned if you're walking alone late at night. But when he secretly likes you, suddenly every little detail about your well-being matters to him. He'll ask, "Did you make it home safe?" He'll walk you to your car even if it's just a few steps away. He'll check in when the weather's bad to make sure you're warm and dry. That's not him being nosy. That's him showing you without words, "I want to be your shield." He'll say it in small ways at first. He'll stand on the side of the sidewalk closer to the street, not thinking twice about it. That's his body saying, "If something happens, I want to hit me before it hits you." He'll offer you his jacket when you're cold, even if it means he's freezing. He'll adjust the seat belt in the car to make sure it's sitting right. These gestures might seem small, but they speak volumes. A man doesn't give up comfort, warmth, or safety unless he feels something real. If he's going out of his way to shield you, it's because you've already claimed a place in his heart that he's too scared to admit. Now, sometimes his protective side will come out stronger, especially when other people are around. If someone disrespects you, notice how he reacts. He might not throw punches or start yelling, but his energy shifts. He'll step in closer, give that look that says, "Watch yourself," or he'll put himself between you and the problem. That's not just friendliness, that's instinct. That's his way of saying, "I've got you," even if you didn't ask for it. And it's powerful because protection is one of the purest forms of love in action. You can't fake that. Watch how he pays attention to your comfort. A man who secretly likes you will notice when you're uncomfortable before anyone else does. If you're in a room and someone is making you uneasy, he'll pick up on it. If you're walking in heels and struggling, he'll slow his pace. If you're carrying something heavy, he'll grab it before you even ask. Those aren't random acts of kindness. That's his heart leading his actions. He may not come out and say, "I care about you," but every move he makes is silently shouting it. And it's not just about physical protection either. Emotional protection is another big clue. When a man secretly likes you, he doesn't want to see you hurt. If you're talking about someone who treated you wrong, watch his face. He'll frown, he'll shake his head. He'll tell you that you deserve better. That's his way of protecting your spirit, making sure you know your worth. He might not say, "I want to be the one to treat you right," but deep down, that's exactly what he's thinking. He wants to protect not just your body, but your heart. There's also a sense of responsibility that comes over him. Even if you're not in a relationship, even if you're just friends, he'll act like he owes you safety. He'll offer to fix things for you, handle situations for you. Make sure you're not going through challenges alone. He's not doing that for every woman in his life. He's doing it for you because something about you pulls out that protective instinct in him. Men only extend themselves as that far when their feelings are invested. You'll even notice it in subtle things. If you're walking together, he'll match your pace so you're not left behind. If you're out late, he'll insist on seeing you home. If you're going somewhere new, to come along to make sure you're okay. He might act like it's no big deal, but it is. Because men value their time and energy. If he's spending his on making sure you're safe, it means you're more important to him than he's letting on. Sometimes protection shows up as guidance too. He might give you advice, warn you about people or situations, or encourage you to avoid things that could hurt you. That's not him trying to control you. That's him trying to keep you from pain. And the funny part is, half the time he doesn't even realize what he's doing. It's just natural. He can't stand the thought of you being in danger, being sad, or being let down. That's how you know it's genuine. Ladies, listen carefully. Protection is not casual. A man doesn't risk himself, doesn't sacrifice his comfort, doesn't extend his energy for someone he doesn't care about. If he's making sure you're safe, if he's worried about your happiness, if he's stepping in when you're vulnerable, that's his love language showing. He might be too afraid to confess his feelings out loud, but his protector side already gave it away. It's in the way he'll stand guard when you're tired. It's in the way he'll check the locks before you leave. It's in the way he'll hold your hand crossing a busy street. These are not meaningless habits. These are signs that his heart is attached. A man can't fake those instincts for long. They come from a place of real care. and they only come out for women who mean something to him. So the next time you're wondering if a man secretly likes you, don't just listen to his words. Watch how he acts when it comes to your safety, your comfort, your peace of mind. Does he show up when you're vulnerable? Does he step in without you asking? Does he treat your well-being like it's his responsibility? If the answer is yes, then you already know the truth. Because men may be able to hide their words, but they cannot hide their protective instincts. That's the body and the heart working together. And once that's in motion, it can't be disguised